Hi, my name is Jessiah Voné. I know the camera's a little bit awkward. But anyway, I'm here to introduce myself again on my page and to do it through a poetry. My name is Jessiah. My legal name is Jessiah Agby right now, but Jessiah Voné Agby, but I go by Jessiah Voné. And I have labeled this poem, titled this poem, I always say labeled. I titled this poem Introduction by Jessiah Voné. A little chubby brown-skinned girl in between fantasy and the real world. So many adventures she went on. Life was a whirlwind, like a whiplash on a roller coaster. When did she get on? Trying to decipher each life lesson. At times they got backed up, and life forced repetition. Started off brave and sure of self. Then, somewhere along the way, she lost herself, seeking to fit in, seeking approval, becoming the court jester, and for a long time, that is where things settled. For the most part, she enjoyed being goofy. She got into reading. It helped her escape into different realities. Her favorite books were the ones that had happy endings. They fed her soul through the good times and bad. The times her daddy didn't come home again. The parents arguing, the inappropriate interactions. There were good memories as well. The laughing, the movies, the presents under the tree. Years went by as time stood still. Days, months, years go by and nothing changes for real. That girl, once so sure and brazen with the wind, now unsure of almost everything. Grown into a young woman in the prime of life, no confidence and little ambition. She didn't believe she was capable of succeeding in anything. And so it was no surprise. Out of college she dropped. They told her there was no more money for another year. And since no one came to fight for her, she took it as fate. She learned the art of being a functional weedhead. During the day, she worked at a daycare, and by evening, she smoked, ate, then watched TV. She got into tobacco, and over a very silly reason. She thought she saw a boy she liked at a home down the street from where she lived. The thought of seeing him made her unnerved, especially since he had a girlfriend. For whatever reason, that made her anxious, and so she walked to Dollar General to buy her first box of cigarettes, a box of Camels. Later, she moved on to American Spirit, thinking she was making a difference, but in reality, she knew the difference wasn't that much. She later started online dating. A couple of other friends joined in. They met someone, and so did she. But instead of letting him be an introduction into dating, aka temporary, she married him, and there she learned about her own shadows. The whole time her monsters were lurking, waiting to get their 5 minutes of fame. Their presence brought on by pain, sorrow, and a sense of no control. Feeling abandoned by her man, the deep-rooted anger kicked in. She had a choice to make. Either keep being toxic or ask God to help her. She did the latter, asking God to help her with her anger issues. And just in time, because God then brought her a little sunshine, a bundle of joy, and after 2 devastating miscarriages, all glory to God, a healthy baby girl. Life went on. She lived a life of crippling duality. On one hand, her life was everything she wanted it to be. She finally being a wife and a mom. On the other hand, her husband treated her like a second-class citizen, unworthy of his full love and attention. She was always on alert, always wondering where his heart belonged. But she felt she wanted to hold on, even if it was killing her. 6 years passed and nothing much changed. Now they had 2 kids and one on the way. Her husband at the time fell into legal problems. She tried to warn him several times. She was there for him all the while. As time went on, things got worse. His love became more distant. No matter what she did, he was hostile, bitter, and chose others over them. Although she wasn't perfect, she struggled with depression. Usually most of her energy was put into the kids and him. She at times didn't take care of herself. To her, a pint of ice cream and ordering food were the things to look forward to. She had some business ideas but didn't follow through. That day finally came, her worst nightmare come true. Becoming a single mom through a trial by jury, her husband was deemed guilty. She moved back to Ohio to be with family. They told her she would not have to fear, for they would take care of her and the girls. It was quite overwhelming. Although growing up wasn't all bad, as soon as she moved to Ohio, all she felt and remembered were the memories trauma-filled. Those memories she thought she forgot, but her body never did. So anxious-filled and overwhelmed, she had to learn to be okay with self, to heal from the past and not just forget. While you may think you have forgotten, your mind and body first needs your acknowledgement. So she learned to feel, heal, and release, letting go of the chains that kept her bound to anxiety and far away from any true peace. And now, more healed, still working on growing, she can finally breathe better, as she is finally accepting of her own self. She knows she is worthy, and she will never give up on herself again. She is me, and me is we, because this is my ongoing part of the story. Each of us has our own, and together, each working on our own things, one day coming together beautifully, healed, empowered, and in control of our own stories, succeeding in life through our purpose and passions. Much love by Jessiah Voné An.